ओम वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारंभं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवत् व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तमा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। 90th class today. वासुदेवेन्द्रयोगीन्द्रं नत्वा ज्ञानप्रदं गुरुम्
वासुदेवेन्द्रयोगीन्द्रं नत्वा ज्ञानप्रदं गुरुं
मुमुक्षूणां हितार्थाय तत्त्वबोधो विधीयते।
मुमुक्षूणां हितार्थाय
तत्त्वबोधो विधीयते।
The author started the text with this Mangala Shloka, and as we have seen in the beginning, the Mangala Shloka also gives the Anubandha Chatushtaya. The Anubandha Chatushtaya also presented by the author along with the Prarthana through the Dhyana Shloka. If you see the topics covered from the beginning, first Anubandha Chatushtayam, the fourfold connections, then the Adhikari, talks about the adhikari, sadhana, chatushtaya, sampatti, the fourfold qualifications required for an adhikari. Adhikari is the person. Then the author talks about the individual, that is the jiva, jiva vichara. It is called jiva vichara, tvam-pada vichara, otherwise called tvam-pada vichara. The vichara, the inquiry of the padam, the word tvam in the Mahavakya, tat tvam asi. Tat tvam asi is the Aikyartha Bodhaka Vakyam, Mahavakyam, the great sentence, the great equation, where Tvam-pada is equated to Tat-pada. Asi is the equated, equal sign. Tvam, Tat, Tvam, Asi. Tvam is equal to Tat. Tvam is Jiva, Tat is Ishvara, equal to the sign is Asi. Asi is Asdatu, Asti, Asti, Staha, Santi. In Sanskritam class we have learned Asi, Staha, Sta, Asmi, Swaha, Smaha. In the beginning, Tat Brahma Asti. The Brahma is. In the beginning, we understand, we know from the Shastram, only from the Shastram. Shastram is the only Pramanam which reveals Brahma. Brahma cannot be known by any other means of knowledge. Shastram eva Pramanam Brahma Vishaye. There is no other Pramanam which can reveal Brahma. Nahi pratyaksha pramanena, anumana pramanena va, arthapatti, anupalabdhi, upamanena, kimapi pramanena, Brahma pratipadanam nabhavati, nashakyate. So, Shastrameva Pramanam. Therefore, Brahma Asti. So, in the beginning, the student understands or knows Brahma is. Then later, the Shastram reveals that Brahma Tvam Asi. That Brahma is you. That Brahma is equated to you. That is why it's called equation, Maha equation, great equation. So, therefore, we need to inquire about the Swarupam of the individual. That is called Jiva Vichara. That is the second topic. The second topic only, the word Atma is used. Atma Kaha iti. Since there is Abhimana with Shariratrayam, Shariratraye Drida Abhimanatvat, Atma Sharirat Shariratrayat Binnaha iti. Iti that jnanam, the drida jnanam, the drida jnanaya, first pratamam jiva vichara, pratamaha jiva vicharaha kartavyaha. Therefore, jiva vichara is being done. Therefore, we discussed what is Atma. For that, all the Sharira Traya analysis, the inquiry into the Sharira Trayam or Panchakosha, etc. we did. That is the second topic. Even Avastha Traya also. After analyzing all this, finally, Atma Kaha Atma is Satchit Anandaha iti. Evam Satchidananda Swarupam Swatmanam Vijaniyat. So finally, it is mentioned. The Acharyena Uktam. Yet aham atma Sachit Anandaha, Ananda Swarupaha, Swatmanam Vijaniyat. Ananda Swarupa Lakshana Atma Aham Asmi Iti Vijaniyat. I am Atma, not I am so and so. All other, anything other than that, they are not Atma, they are Anatma only. All the other attributes are Anatma. Tat, they are, these attributes, Tani Aham Na. Because they are all attributes, they are all guna, they are all the guna of the upadhi. They are all upadehe gunaha. Sarve visheshanani mama visheshanani na. Mama swarupam na. Their the adjectives, the gunas of the upadhi are not my upadhi. So after inquiry and filtering and discarding, finally, Mama Swarupam is Atma iti Vijaniyat. Acharya says Vijaniyat. That is Tompada Vichara. Can we stop with that Vichara, Tompada Vichara? No. I know or I understand Aham Atma from the Shastram. That alone will not solve the problem of samsara. Fine, Aham Atma. But what is the connection with the Jagat, this Brahmanda? Pinda Vichara, otherwise called Veshti Vichara, otherwise called Tompada Vichara, otherwise called Veshti Vichara, any name you call. After this Vichara, the Swarupam of this Pindam is the individual, the Veshti is understood to be Atma. That will not complete the Vichara. Vichara is incomplete without Tatpada Vichara. Because the equation, in the great equation Mahavakye Tatpadam Asti. Tat kim iti prashnaha asti. Tasmin vishaya vicharaha na idanim kriyate. Therefore, vichara to be done. Therefore, tat kim, that is tat is tatpada vichara. Tat means Ishvara, Brahma. Therefore, we have to do the analysis of tat padam. That is why the next topic is tat pada vichara. When we say tat, the total, then Srishti, without Srishti, what is the total? The collective, the total. Therefore, it is Srishti Vichara. This is Srishti Vichara, the inquiry of the Srishta Jagat, and therefore the Srishti Karta. Srishti Karta Kaha Bhagavan, Ishvara. Therefore, it is Ishvara Vichara, Tatpada Vichara. Therefore, the author starts Chaturvimshati Tatpotatti Prakaram Bhakshyamaha iti. From there it starts. And Brahmashaya Maya Asti. The word Brahma is used. He uses directly Brahma. Brahma is Ishvara. Having the Mahavakya in mind, having the intention to reveal the Mahavakya, the author takes for granted and uses the word Brahma, having analyzed the Tvampada Vichara, this having analyzed the Tvampadam, that Atma. Now he uses the word Brahma. Atma is Sachidananda. What about Brahma? Brahma is also Sachit Anandam Eva. Atma is Pullinga Shabda, and it is arrived at Agam Atma iti. It is arrived at after the Vyashti Vichara, Jiva Vichara, Tvampada Vichara. Now Brahma is Sat Chit Anandam Brahma. That Brahma is the Karanam for this Jagat. Jagataha Karanam Astiva Nastiva. Jagat is a Karya. Therefore, definitely Karanam must be there. Karanam Vena कार्यं न भवति, कार्यं भवितुं न शक्यते कारणं विना। कारणम् अस्ति चेत्, कारणम् अस्ति चेत् कार्य उत्पादनाय, that karanam has to be both the material, that is upadana, and the nimitta, the maker. Dve karanani avashyakani. Two karanams are required for any karya to come to existence. The material has to be there and the maker has to be there. The material as well as the maker. So therefore the author starts Brahma as Brahma with the Maya. The Maya is the material, Upadana Karanam. Brahma, that Maya is Upadana Karanam, that is Saguna Brahma. Brahma, which is Nirgunam with Maya Upadi, it becomes Sagunam. So the Brahma alone is the Karanam. With Maya, it is Upadana Karanam, and Brahma is the Nimitta Karanam, because without Brahma, Maya cannot exist. Maya being Nitya, it has got Ashraya on Brahma, dependency on Brahma. Therefore, Maya becomes the Upadana Karanam. Therefore, from the Brahmashaya Maya, the Maya which is made of these three gunas, this Srishti is created. Within the Srishti only Jiva is there, Jiva Sharira is there, all the Sharira Trayam, Stula, Sukshma, Karna, Ityadi. Therefore, this Shariram, this Shariram which are made up of Panchabhuta, and this Panchabhutas are formed from or created from this Brahmashaya Maya only. The Maya which is made up of these three gunas. So therefore, the total is made from this. The Prapancha is made from Pancha Mahabhuta, Bhuta Tattva Tattvani. The individual also is made from Panchabhuta only. Individual is the Sharira, the Upadhi, the Sharirani, Sharira Trayani, Sharira Trayam, otherwise Panchakosha, whatever it may be. They are also made of only this. They are also born from this Panchamaha Tattvam only, Panchamaha Bhutani Eva. Therefore, there is an Aikyam. Aikyam is there between the Pinda, the individual, and the total Brahmanda. Aikyam Sambhutam, because they are made of the same material. Because they are made of same material, therefore Aikyam Sambhutam. There is an Aikyam. When the total is created, the total creation, the creation starts with the Panchamahabhuta. Brahmashaya Maya, Tataha Akashaka Sambhutaha, Akashad Vayuhu, iti we have seen. When Panchabhutas are created, the total and the individual Sharirams are created. Therefore, the Upadhi of the total and the Upadhi of the individual, is there any difference? There is no difference in terms of the material out of which the Upadhis are made. There is no difference. We are not trying to establish the oneness between the Upadhi. It cannot be same. It is, the oneness is there in terms of the material, in terms of the Karanam, in terms of the material out of which it is formed. There is oneness, but that oneness will not give me moksha. Understanding that I, the individual, enjoying this Shariratrayam, are made of Panchamahabhuta. The total also is made up of Pancha Mahabhuta. They are all made up of the same material. That will not give moksha, because Upadhi is me, but I am not the Upadhi. Upadhi is not my Swarupa. Upadhi means this body, this Shariratrayam or Panchakosha. They belong to me, but they are not me. If they are me, then I will be enjoying this Shariram all the time. There is no Maranam for me. There is no Maranam for this Shariram. There is no birth. There is no death. Nachayate mriyate iti. We have to say for the Shariram, but that is not the case. Shariram comes, Shariram goes. But I continue forever. Shariram comes, Gata goes, but Gata Akasha, that Akasha continues. There is a Gata, there is a pot. The pot has got a pot space. When you create a pot space is there. Not that pot space is created. Gata Akasha is not created. When you create a pot, in fact, you cannot create a pot without space. You require space to create the pot, because pot has to be accommodated. For accommodation, it requires Akasha. The space only, all the interactions are possible. Vyavahara is possible. Without space, how can you do Vyavahara? So every Vyavahara activity takes place within space, Akasha. So when a pot is created, the pot space is, without your will, it is created. Without your wish, it is created. Pot space is created. Now we call it as a pot space, distinguished from the external space. Now pot is broken. What happened to the pot space? Does it get destroyed? It continues as it was before. It continues as it was, and it is there. It was there, it is there, and it continues to be. There is no creation of space, Akasha. There is no destruction of space. This Shariram also, like the pot walls, the walls of the pot. It is created as though it encloses, as though it conditions the Satchit Atma, Ananda Atma. When the Upadhi is broken, Satchit Ananda Atma continues. So therefore, Upadhi comes, Upadhi goes. Therefore, Upadhi is me, but I am not the Upadhi. This is a luxury. Upadhi is a luxury for a jnani, not for a samsari. Because luxury for jnani who has the understanding, the shariram is a luxury. Not that what is required for the maintenance is luxury. The shariram itself is luxury for a jnani. All the indriyas are given, all the karmendriyas, jnanendriyas are given, and every faculty is a blessing. Therefore, it is a luxury. It is all given. So with the given faculty, the jnani operate like a child operate the electronic gadgets. He operates a luxury, but he is not attached or doesn't have abhimana with that. But the luxury is fine. Without this luxury, it continues to be jnani muktaha. So therefore, for the maintenance of this upadhi, it doesn't need any luxury. It doesn't need car. It doesn't need bangla. It doesn't need any other cosmetic things for the maintenance for this upadhi. This upadhi itself is a luxury. What luxury is required for the maintenance of it for a jnani? That is the difference between a jnani and an ajnani. An ajnani requires luxury for maintaining this luxurious body. He doesn't have that jnanam, that this body is a luxury. He thinks luxury is the luxurious things are required to for increasing the for maintaining the body, and therefore increasing the abhimanatvam with the body. the more the luxurious things are there, or gathered or collected for the maintenance or for the appreciation of the upadhi, the more the person is bandhaha with this upadhi, shariram. It is not its nature. It is not the nature of the atma. Upadhi is not the nature. Upadhi is, if upadhi is the nature, then Sachit Ananda Atma we cannot say. So upadhi is analyzed. Upadhi is nothing but the combination of this Panchamahabhuta, the combination of these three gunas. Therefore, I enjoy that, but I am not that. That is a Swarupam. Similarly, at the total level also, the Upadhi is an Ishvara Upadhi. As we have a small Upadhi, the Shariram, Ishvara has got a bigger Upadhi. That's called Brahma Anda, Brahmanda. Pinda Brahmanda. It's got a bigger Upadhi. And the Upadhi is this Jagat, this Prapancham. As the Swarupam of the individual is Satchit Ananda Atma minus the Upadhi, because Upadhi is not the Swarupam. Similarly, the total also has to be inquired upon. The total, the Ishvara Upadhi is a bigger Upadhi. Pinda Upadhi, individual Upadhi is a small Upadhi. Between them, in terms of size, in terms of the intensity, the largeness, there is a difference. But in terms of the material made, in terms of the Upadana Karanam, it is same. In terms of the Upadana Karanam, it is same. What about the Swarupam of the total? As we discussed and inquired and arrived at the Swarupam of the individual, similarly, the Swarupam of the total also has to be inquired and arrived at. After that, at the Swarupa level, equation has to be done. That is called Mahavakyam, Aikyartha Bodhaka Vakyam. So, now here, up to the previous discussion, that is, at the end of the Ishvara Vichara, otherwise called Tat Padartha. This is called Tat Padartha Vichara. Tat Pada is now Brahma is there, the total is there, and the total is this Jagat. The Swarupam of this Jagat is understood to be Brahma. The total, the Prapancha, is a Upadhi. It is made from Brahmashaya Maya. So Maya, Brahma with Maya is Upadana Karam, that is a material out of which this Srishti, this Jagat is created. What is the Swarupam of that Brahma? What is the Swarupam of that Brahma? That is not discussed, but that to be understood as Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. That is also Satchit Ananda Eva. So that is not discussed here, but we have to understand. And that we have seen. In fact, we have talked about it in the class itself. Brahma Shaya Maya means without Brahma, understanding Brahma. Then what is that? How can we discuss the Maya, which has got Ashraya and Brahma? From that, this Srishti has come. How can we have the discussion? What is Brahma to be discussed? That we have discussed. The Brahma is Satchit Ananda Brahma. Brahma Asti. What is a Pramanam? Shastram is a Pramanam. Shastram only is a Pramanam. You cannot know or you cannot understand Brahma through any other means. Not possible. So therefore now, at the individual level, Satchit Ananda, at the total also, Satchit Ananda. Between them, there is an Aikyam. That is what is going to be the next topic, Jiveshwara Aikyam. So this Vakyam, let us read the Vakyam. Evam Pinda Brahmanda Yogo.
Evam Pinda Brahmandayoho
Aikyam Sambhutam.
Aikyam Sambhutam.
Pinda Brahmanda Yogo. Aikyam. Aikyam is oneness. Oneness of Pinda, the individual, and Brahmanda is the total. Aikyam meaning oneness. Sambhutam means born. It is not born here, it is understood. Sambhutam means understood here. You have to take the meaning of the word Sambhuta is it is from the Budhatu. It is not born, it is understood. What is understood? The Aikyam, the oneness between the individual and the total is understood. How to understand? Pinda is born of or born from Panchamahabhutebhyaha Pindam Sambhutam. Panchamahabhutebhyaha Brahmandam api Sambhutam. Ataha tayoho Aikyam. Since both are made from the same Panchamahabhuta, therefore the oneness between them is understood. That is why Aikyam. So, therefore, Upaditaha, Upadi Drishtya, Aikyam. Upadi Drishtya, it is Aikyam. Because they are made from the same material, same constituents. Basically, the constituents out of which they are made are same. Therefore, Aikyam. Materially, from the material point, it is same. Now, here, this itself, even from the material standpoint also, we can understand this, that from the total, that is from Brahma, the Ishvara, everything has come. So therefore, Ishvara is the material, the Upadana Karana, and our bodies are also made up, are also within the total only, they are also made of the same material. From Ishvara only, this material came. Ishvara is the material. From Ishvara only, everything has come. And this Pinda also within the Brahmanda only. Therefore, it also has come from Ishvara only. Since Ishvara pervades everything, and from Ishvara only everything has come. Therefore, what is this body? The body also has come from Bhagavan only. Everything has come from Bhagavan. What about my Shariram? All the three Shariram, Shariratrayam, everything has come from Bhagavan. Therefore, this body is also Bhagavan. That is why Deho Devalaya Proktaha. The Deha is considered to be Devalaya. In the Devalaya, the Deva is seated in the Hridaya Guha Atma. Every sense organ what I enjoy, it has come from Bhagavan. It is given. That is why we say given. It is given. My body is given. My thinking faculty, the mind is given. Sense organs are given. Everything has come from Bhagavan. Therefore, they are not separate from Bhagavan. Therefore, it is all the properties. It is all the properties of the Bhagavan. Bhagavan has given for us to operate. He can take it back whenever he wants it. So everything is Bhagavan. Therefore, this body is also Bhagavan only. When everything we say the world is Bhagavan, not separate from Bhagavan, Ishvara. That is why Sarvam Khalu Idam Brahma. Everything is non-separate from Ishvara. Therefore, the body is also Ishvara. So therefore, the body, senses, mind, which are part of the world, which are born from the tamasic aspect of the Pancha Mahabhuta, has come from Bhagavan. Therefore, it is Bhagavan. And the mind also has come from the Sattvika Amsha of the Pancha Maha, Sukshma Pancha Mahabhuta, that is has come from Bhagavan. That is why we worship everything, including the body. It is not pampering the body. It is the attitude with which we worship the body. Applying the vibhuti or tilaka is not for decoration. All this slowly does, the meaning has got deteriorated. After that, the pampering of the body, somehow it has started. The makeup, etc. Really, makeup is not for beautification, it is for appreciation. As that is your expression of your appreciation, the gratitude to Bhagavan by applying all this vibhuti or tilaka or even ornaments, etc. It is you decorate Bhagavan as you, when you do puja, you decorate Bhagavan. You bathe, you offer flowers, you offer garland, you offer kumkumam, chandanam, etc. And you see the beauty of the murti and appreciate when you do puja, when you do the upasana puja, when you do Saguna puja. Similarly, you do at the for your body. It is also puja. That is why it is called Degaha Devaraya Proktaha. And you are the pujari, you are doing puja to the body. That the puja is appreciation of the expression of your gratitude to Bhagavan. So therefore the attitude, it's all attitude based, this is all vision based. What is the vision? Everything is Ishvara. Everything is Bhagavan. So therefore there is the attitude, there is a vision behind this appreciation. It is not that one has to should have the strong abhimana with the body and pamper the body all the time. It is not that. It is understanding and appreciating. So that is the idea. That is the idea. Therefore, now the tatparyam here of the Shastra is to find out clearly, understand the Swarupam of me and the Swarupam of the total. Minus dropping the Upadhi, the oneness between the individual, that is Jiva, and the total, the Ishvara. Dropping the Upadhi is their oneness. Yes, that oneness has to be revealed. The oneness, that is the Tatparyam of the Shastram. Jiveshvara Aikyam. That is the Tatparyam of Upanishads. All the Upanishads have the Tatparyam only in revealing the truth, that Aikyam. Bhagavad Gita or even any Prakarana Grantha, Brahma Sutra, even Tattvabodha also, that is what the author is going to say. So, Tatparyam of the Shastram is to reveal this Aikyam at the Swarupa level. Aikyam at the Upadhi level, that is in terms of the material out of which they are created. Now, Aikyam at this Swarupa level. Appreciating Aikyam at the Upadhi level, that also requires a vision that everything is Ishvara, Bhagavan. Therefore, this body also is Bhagavan. That is fine, but we cannot stop with that. What is the Swarupam of me and what is the Swarupam of the Ishvara? At that Swarupa level, there is an Aikyam. When that Aikyam is what is presented through Mahavakyam. Maha means great. Vakyam is sentence. Therefore, it's a great sentence. Even though the sentence is small, what is revealed by the sentence is great. Therefore, it is called a Mahavakyam. The understanding, the content of the Vakyam is great. Because why it is great? Because I take myself to be this limited Upadhi, and the Ishvara Upadhi is bigger, very big. Therefore, there is always small, big problem is there. I always have the sense of fear or alienation, separated from, so that separation or the division is there. So where there is separation, where there is division, where there is limitation, where there is this condition, there samsara is. Since the problem is samsara, therefore to remove the problem of samsara, we need to understand that Swarupam at Swarupataha, at Swarupa level, it is same. That only this Mahavakyam reveals. Therefore, Mahavakyartha Vichara requires Vichara at the individual level, that is Tumpada Vichara, and the Vichara at the total, that is Tatpada Vichara. That is the sequence of discussion. We can appreciate the sequence of discussion. The Tatparya is Mahavakya. Mahavakyartha Vicharaha eva Mahavakya is a Tatparyam, and therefore Mahavakyartha Vicharaha eva kartavyaha. For Mahavakyartha Vichara, you need Tatpada Vichara, Tumpada Vichara. So after understanding that, after doing the Vichara, then now it is equated. So therefore, Jiva and Ishvara, we need to understand. The Jiva and Ishvara, there is difference. But essentially, that is Swarupataha, in terms of nature, it is same. Difference is there at the Upadhi level. In terms of quality or quantity, there is difference. Jiva is small, Ishvara is total. Difference is there. But the essential nature of Jiva is Chaitanya. The essential nature of Brahma or Ishvara, we can call Ishvara also, it is Chaitanya. Therefore, Jiva and Ishvara, they are one and the same. They are one and the same. So that oneness is what is going to be the discussion. Between the Pinda and Brahmanda, oneness is, but that is not the absolute oneness. Here, that's the difference you have to understand. Pinda and Brahmanda oneness is, but that is not the absolute oneness. That is not even the Tatparyam of the Shastra. The oneness at the Swarupa level. At the Swarupa level. So, therefore, who am I? Identified with the Upadhi, I am individual. This is the difference between this Abhimana with the individual Upadhi. With that Abhimana with the individual Upadhi only, there arises other darshana, other philosophies. For Dvaita, the reality is two. Their reality is two. I is there, Agam is there, and the total is there. Dvaita, for them, there are two. This individual cannot become the total. They always appreciate the difference. The Upadhi difference is that they appreciate that. Therefore, how can it be same? Because they don't understand the Swarupam, or there is confusion with regard to the Swarupam. Therefore, they appreciate the difference at the Upadhi level, and therefore they conclude Dvaitam. Dvaitam is what our experience even in Vyavahara. Every Vyavahara involves Dvaitam. I am there, you are there, and the total is there. I am different from you. At the Upadhi level, I am different. Therefore, only transaction is. Therefore, only I speak, you listen. When there is no difference, who will speak, who will listen? So, at the Upadhi level, there is difference. Who says there is no difference? But that should not be the basis for concluding the Siddhanta to be Dvaita. Therefore only there is no Aikyam. Dvaitam is there, therefore Advaitam not there. Therefore, there is no Swarupataha Aikyam at the Upadhi level, but Swarupataha Aikyam at the Advaita level. So when it comes to Aikyam at the Advaita, then we have to talk about the Swarupa. But to talk about the Swarupa, what is required? We have to talk about the nature of the individual and the total. For that, all the Upadhi discussions are required. So that is the basis. The author had done very beautiful, the basis, using simple, short sentences. This is what all the Vedanta, Prakarana Grantha discusses. They elaborate in detail. They discuss each thing with the example, lot of examples. They discuss. The same thing is what is discussed in Vedanta Sara. The same thing is discussed in Panchadashi also, where the topic is discussed very elaborately. It is this Tattvavada is like a condensed milk, whereas that is those Vedanta Sara, or even if you take Panchadashi, which has got about 1,000 shlokas, it's all elaborate discussion. That is why they are called Manana Grantha. After understanding this, doubts may be there. To remove the doubts, only those grantha, those texts are further studied. This is for the initial understanding. Having Shraddha in the Shastram and also on the words of the teacher, giving the pending understanding, giving the benefit of doubt to the Shastram and the teacher. So, Tattvabodha presents the gist of Vedanta. Doubts may be there. The doubts will be cleared further when we study the other text. That is why Panchadashi, etc., those texts are there. Now, with this, we will enter into the next sentence. The topic is Jiveshwara Aikyam. The author doesn't give the title. We have given here for our understanding. We divided there into different topics. Therefore, you can clearly see the topics. One topic concluded, total, that is Tatpada Vichara concluded. After that, Aikya Vichara, that is the Tatparya. So here only Tatparyam of the Shastram lies. Okay, let us read that. Stula Sharira Abhimani
Stula
स्थूलशरीराभिमानी
Jivanamakam
Jivanamakam
Brahma Pratibimbam Bhavati
ब्रह्म प्रतिबिम्बं भवति
Sayeva Jivaha
स
स
एव
एव
जीवः
जीवः
Prakritya
प्रकृत्या
Swasmad Ishwaram
स्वस्मात्
स्वस्मात्
ईश्वरम्
ईश्वरम्
Innatvena Janati.
भिन्नत्वेन
भिन्नत्वेन
जानाति
जानाति
Brahma is Chaitanya. Total consciousness, we can say. Limitless consciousness. Consciousness means Atma, Chaitanyam. You can use different words. Consciousness, not that sentiency. Understand, that is consciousness without any attributes. Conscious is not I am conscious. You are wake up from sleep, the conscious. Not in that sense. We know. That's why we use the word consciousness with the understanding we use. Chaitanyam, Atma, Brahma. There are many words for consciousness in Sanskritam. Or the Shastram it is used. Brahma we use, Aksharam we use, Purnam also we use, Purushaha we use, Bhuma we use, Bhuma Vidya, Paravidya, Para, Atma, Brahma, Ishvara, everything means the Chaitanyam also word. That is the consciousness. Any word you use with the understanding, it's fine. So Brahma is Purna Chaitanyam. Chaitanyam is Purna. If Chaitanyam is Purna, Chaitanyam is Shuddham. What about Atma? Atma is also same. Atma is also limitless. Brahma is also limitless. How can there be two limitless? Therefore, there is no two limitless consciousness. There has to be only one. If there are two limitless, then it is not limitless. It becomes limited. Therefore, they are not two. That is why Advaitam. That is why Advaitam. So, only the two names are given from the standpoint of two upadhi or two different angles. So, what is there is only one total consciousness, limitless consciousness, which is Brahma. Now, if there is only one total consciousness, Brahma, how can there be many individual consciousness? There should be only one individual consciousness. But there are many jivas are there. Therefore, only the other philosophies, other darshanas, like Sankhya, etc., they say There are many Atmas. For them, there are many Atmas, not one Atma. There are many Atmas and there is total Atma. That is why Dvaitam. The many Atmas seems to be there, but it is not. The total is Atma, the individual is Atma, and individual, since being many, therefore, let us don't conclude there are many individual Chaitanyams, many consciousness. No. At the Vyavahara level, there is a difference between the two. There are difference between there are many other, therefore there are difference between one and the other at the Vyavahara level, at the Upadhi level. But the Swarupa level, at the Swarupa level, there are not many different Atmas. So therefore, there is no difference in reality at the total level, at the Swarupa level, there is no difference. There is experience of difference at the Vyavahara. But at the absolute level, there is no difference. Paramartitaha kopi bedaha nasti. We should not conclude by our experience in the Vyavahara. That which is experienced base. If you conclude by experience, it is a mistake, it is an error. You conclude by your experience that Akasha, the sky is blue, but the sky is really blue. You conclude by your experience that there is water, but it is not water, it is mirage water. Your anubhava is you see what your eyes sees, water, you can see water, but really water is not there. So that anubhava need not be the basis, should not be the basis for the conclusion. Any anubhava requires inquiry. Any experience requires inquiry, because it could be based on a mistake also, error. That is why Shastram requires. What Shastram says, for that we don't need any anubhava. That is why this is another big problem. Shastram says Jiveshwara Aikyam Tatatvam Asi. I need to experience that. I need that anubhava. Anubhava based experiences, the anubhava meaning experiences, the anubhava based are generally will lead to the mistakes, error, without inquiry. That anubhava based conclusions without inquiry will lead to committing error, the mistakes. So therefore you cannot conclude by anubhava, and therefore and you want to have this Advaita anubhava. Advaita is not for experience, it is not for anubhava. In anubhava, where there is experience, there has to be Dvaita only, because the experience is there, experiencer is there, and experienced are there. Experienced things, then only there is experience. For anubhava, you need these three things, Triputi Bhedaha. The three things are required. Then only there is an experience. And here what we talk about is Advaita, non-duality. How can there be an experience of this Advaitam? Therefore, what Shastram says, you cannot experience. In what we say is the very experience is because of this Chaitanyam, Atma, and that is the truth, and that is the Swarupam of the individual, and that is the Swarupam of Ishvara. So Paramartitaha, from the absolute level, that is the truth. That doesn't require any experience. What to experience at the Vyavahara level, that you have to appreciate from this understanding, from the understanding of what the Shastram says. That removes your Ajnanam, the ignorance, the samsara. That knowledge only removes that the conclusion based experiences, the experience based conclusions. The knowledge only removes the conclusions which are based on experience. The samsara is Samsara is your experience. That experience is false. It is based on error. That alone the Shastram removes by knowledge. How can you experience the knowledge when you are the knowledge, when you are the consciousness, when you are the tattvam, when you are the truth? It is like it is it is it is like one wants to see one's own eyes. Eyes are there, therefore you see. This 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 anubhava of seeing, the experience of seeing things, objects are there. How? Because of the instrument, the karana, the eyes, chakshu, chakshu, chakshurindriya is there, therefore you see. Now you want to experience the eye. How can you experience the eye? That is not possible. Similarly, that this Advaita, at the Advaita level, that Advaita, the truth, what the Shastram reveals, that is not the subject matter for experience. It is a subject matter for understanding. But we have experience of many individuals at the Vyavahara, even though the Chaitanyam, the consciousness is only one. Now, how to answer these differences of the individuals, even though the Chaitanyam, the consciousness is Ekam, only one. For that only the Shastram presents different models, different views or different models. Those views or models, they are called Avachedavada and Pratibimba. Two types of Vada. Vada means model or views. Avachedavada and Pratibimba Vada. Important model, like we have the model theory for the creation. Similarly, this here also we have two models, two views. Avachedavada is a model where we take the example of Akasha. So the model which is based on the Akasha Drishtanta. Based on the Akasha Drishtanta, we explain the differences of the experience of this, the manifoldness of the experience of Atma. The differences, the Atmas are many. We say because of our experience, we say Atmas are many. To explain that, we take the support of this model called Avachedavada. To explain the differences and conclude that there is no difference. For that, we take this support of Avachedavada. That is one model. Avacheda means limitation. Avacheda means limitation. Akasha is one. There are no divisions in the Akasha. We don't say there are different spaces. Even the word spaces is not there in English. Space is always only one, and it is all pervading space. But there are spaces. There is space inside the pot. There are so many pots are there. In each and every pot, there is a space. The space obtained in the pot is called pot space. The space obtained in another pot, that is also called pot space. And we have a room space is there, hall space is there, dining hall is there. It is all that also has space. In a house, there are different rooms. Different rooms condition the space. Therefore, different spaces are there. But really, are there different spaces? There is only one space. But the space is limited. The pot space is limited. The room space is limited. The limitless space is experienced to be many, many and limited because of the upadhi, because of the walls of the upadhi. As the gata, the pot walls encloses the space and conditions the space as though it really cannot condition, but as though it conditions. Similarly, the walls of the room conditions the total or the all-pervasive space. That is called a house. When you have the space conditioned by the four walls, that becomes a house. So the upadhi is limited. That is the conditioning factor that conditions the one that conditions the space, which is only one. So, therefore, because of different upadhi, different parts, different rooms, one space appears to be many and limited. So that is called avacheda, limitation. Limitation of the akasha, which is all pervasive. This is a drishtanta, an example. Taking this drishtanta, the example as a basis, the vada, the model is that is called avacheda vada. Brahma is ekam and it is limitless like akasha. Akashavat, it is limitless. Therefore, there is no limitation or manifoldness of Brahma. Because of the limitation of the upadhi, like this body, mind, senses, that one Purna Brahma appears to be many and limited, as though limited. It is not, cannot be really limited. It cannot be really conditioned. It appears as though to be limited. That is called Avachedavada, the model of limitation. The experience of limitation is explained by this model, the limitation of the upadhi. So therefore this model, taking this model as the basis, now the author here he says stula sharira abhimani jivanak namakam brahma pratibhimbam bhavati. Stula sharira abhimani, this atma is called jiva. Stula sharira abhimani, stula shariram is a upadhi. Who has that abhimana of the stula shariram? There must be a conscious being. Who is that? The jiva. And who is that jiva? Is a pratibimba. So here pratibimba is used. Therefore, another model is there. What is that model? Pratibimba model. Reflection model. Model of reflection. That is what the author uses here. That support of that model, the author takes here. Therefore, we have to discuss what is pratibimba. I've explained what is avacheda, avacheda model, the model of limitation. There is another model called model of reflection. The word pratibimba, bimba means image, pratibimba is reflection. Therefore, the model of reflection, that is called pratibimba. So what is pratibimba? We have to discuss. These two vadas are important, avachedavada and pratibimba. Even among the followers of Shankaracharya, one strongly supports avachedavada. Some people strongly support pratibimba, and they, based on that, they bring subtle differences also in their conclusions. Anyway, so here the author of this text, it takes his support of pratibimba. Now we have to know what is pratibimba. Having known avacheda, what is pratibimba, we have to know. That we will see. I will explain what is pratibimba in the next class, and then we'll continue. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಗುರುಜಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಗುರುಜಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಗುರುಜಿ.
ಗುರುಜಿ ಧನ್ಯವಾದ. ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಗುರುಜಿ.